champion, both here today on Georgia Championship Wrestling. Les Thornton moving out against Bobby Garrett. Now, Thornton with a single leg pickup. Thornton is the world junior heavyweight champion, and that's anything 230 pounds or below. He is known as the man of 1,001 holds, an outstanding athlete. Notice the way he's hooked the inside leg, trying to bulldog his man, and has him hooked, and it is Mr. Garrett with a real serious problem here, but he's got that shoulder off, and Thornton, good clean break. Garrett, an extremely game competitor, very capable. There's that high hip block takedown by Thornton. He and others like Tony Charles, of course, all of them from the British Isles, use a variation of the hip lock takedown. It really goes into a Cornish hype. And, of course, that's where collar and elbow began. And there again, the hip lock takedown by Thornton. And keeps Bobby Garrett strictly on the defensive. Thornton had been the aggressor thus far in the match, moving exceptionally well. Thornton, of course, has been defending that title all over the world as a world junior heavyweight champion. He has much the same kind of a travel schedule as the NWA world heavyweight champion Ric Flair has. And it's a needed weight division, I might add, because of the great numbers of particularly young wrestlers who are not in the over 230-pound bracket. Good forearm by Thornton, and notice Thornton, crisp, clean delivery of that forearm. Garrett able to power out Thornton very quickly. Partial crucifix that time, and it is Garrett trying to get those shoulders off. Manages to bridge up enough to get a shoulder off. Referee Scrappy McGowan checking those shoulders, seeing if they're on the canvas. Got him down. There was the count. And so Mr. Garrett in a definite predicament here. And again, Garrett bridging, utilizing Thornton's hip as much as he can to shift his body weight and get those shoulders off the mat. Side headlock by Bobby Garrett. Continues the press now on Les Thornton. Obviously, Garrett must feel some rather intense pressure here. He's got a beautiful move by Thornton. Swung Garrett back toward the center of the ring. Got those legs away from what could have been a situation where Garrett could have utilized the ring ropes to force the break. Interesting variation here of a belly-to-belly chancery type effect, but Thornton relinquishes that now and goes to a full-arm dragon twist. Deep inside his man. Catches him and upends him back to the canvas once again. And once again, Thornton using the legs very effectively, and he will compete with his entire body. That, of course, is one mistake some wrestlers do make, is that they do not utilize their legs to their fullest extent. Thornton, good forearm that time. Drove it back to the side of the head of Bobby Garrett, then drove the knee into the chest. Bobby Garrett powers out before a count of three. Once again, Thornton moves in, and there again is that forearm. And Garrett, who has been rather soundly stunned thus far, brought up. Variation of the atomic knee drop. Has the count of three. Has the count of three. And so Les Thornton, the world junior heavyweight champion, victorious once again. And he is a fighting champion. He is taking on all comers. We might be seeing that again where he brings it. There you see him. Looks, notice the way he brings the foot down, the leg down. He hits those femoris muscles solidly, and it is all over for one Les Thornton soundly defeating one Bobby Garrett. Let's take a moment right now to talk